And hello again. I want to make a quick video today about sampling a standalone soft synth, and we use the MPC software for that. So we don't need the actual MPC for it, but we will use it because it's there. But you can do it with the software alone. The standalone MPC, I will start it. Has the same function. It's called Autosample, and with Autosample you can sample whatever preset you want. Let's call it a preset, whatever instrument, but most of the time it's a preset from something, from a synthesizer, from soft synthesizer, anything. And you sample notes. So the thing will sample notes for you, better said. It will sample the amount of notes that is necessary or that you configure for the instrument. So for example, we need something to sample, and what I want to show you, I have here a standalone synthesizer, and this is an amazing synthesizer. It's called Transisto. You can Google it. It's on Gearspace, I believe, and the standalone version is for free. But exactly that is the problem, because this is standalone. We cannot load it in a DAW, which makes it much more difficult to sample. Now, to do this, I use the MPC software. This is the 3.8, I believe. And the thing is, if you know how to do it, it is pretty easy, but I found it very difficult to do, because you have to route audio and MIDI, and to route the audio and the MIDI, you have to do the following. I have an RMA Fireface UC, and that's a very impressive sound card that can do a lot of routing. And for example, when I play a note on the synthesizer, you see the output is going to output 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 are connected to my speakers. So that's the basic setup. But in the synthesizer, you can configure the audio. And as you can see, I set the audio to another output. And the reason is because, so I chose 5 and 6. And the reason is because MPC is already using output 1 and 2 going to my speakers. So in this software, when I play a note, you see the audio is coming into 5 and 6, but 5 and 6 on my sound card isn't connected to anything. It's on the back, but there are no cables in there. And we route it from into the sound card out of 5 and 6, but digitally only, and it's going with the loopback function. And the loopback function is sending everything that is coming out here to 1 and 2. Oh, this one is distracting me. Eddie, what are you doing, man? I'm recording right now. You're interrupting. No, no, no. Yeah, he wants to play. Okay, I will try to continue. So anyway, that's the routing you have to do. So you have to route it to another output if your sound card allows it, and then you have to use the loopback function to send it to 1 and 2, because when you open your sample software, I use MPC. I made a track here, and this input port is in this case MPC pads. The MPC is at the moment configured just as a MIDI controller, so it's in controller mode. So as you can see, I can play the synthesizer now, and that is because the pads are on the input, but I think that when I choose none and I play, oh no, there's nothing happening. Okay. So we can do the MPC pads. Okay, but then the output was a very, very big problem, because this thing here has MIDI out, but because it is used as a MIDI controller, we don't really need this thing. So what I did was I connected the output to my MIDI interface. That's my MIDI phase, and that's the black box there. And then I thought that I could choose the interface here as a MIDI input. Oh, that's strange now. Nothing is selected. Oh, yes, there. Yeah, I thought I could choose this one here, but it's not working because in Windows you cannot use your MIDI interface in two programs at the same time, I believe. So that's where I had to be creative, and I have some program on the computer running. It's a virtual MIDI cable. It's for free, and it's called Loop MIDI. And in Loop MIDI you have two virtual MIDI cables, and I sent the output to the Loop MIDI port 1. And then in the synthesizer, as you saw before, the input is also set to Loop MIDI port 1. And that is why I can play the synth with the pads, and you see it's playing. So, and that is the setup we need. In fact, if you get that running, it's all fine. Then you choose a preset that you want to sample. I want a ethereal, that's right. And then you make your MIDI track, huh? And if you have your MIDI track, you can do two things. If you only use the software, and this one is downloadable for free if you look around on the internet, not the 3.0 or 3 plus version, but 2.15 or so. You can find it for free. I'm not sure if the Autosample function is in the MPC Beats version, because that one is for free from Akai. But if you only use the software, under Tools, there is Autosampler. You can open it, and there are all the options for the Autosampler. And on the controller, it's pretty cool. You just press sampler, and there's the sampler. And there's a button here for the auto sampling, and then you have the same options. It's syncing. Yeah? Now it's important that you configure this thing right. So the first thing, the first thing you have to do is you have to set the input. So here it's already correct. It's input 5 and 6. That's the audio input that we discussed before. And then you have to set the range. It's set from MIDI node C1 to C4. So there are different ways to find out. For example, you can, if you close this, you can play on the keys. That's maybe the cheapest way of the easiest way. So I hear that C1 is pretty low. And that C2 is more or less low enough. Okay, and I don't want to make it too long for this tutorial, so let's do C2 till C5, I believe. So again, sampler, there we go. We set C2. And then here maybe C5. And now in the notes tried, you can select how many notes are effectively sampled. So for example, if you put this to 1, then every note is sampled. Every note is sampled exactly. This gives the best quality, of course, but it's also the biggest in size. And we don't want huge instruments on our hard disks. Hard disk space is expensive. So for this, I will like do every, let's do every 5th note, for example. And then there are the layers, and then you can set how many velocity or volume layers you want. Now the important thing is that when you play a note, when I press it hard or soft, I don't hear much of a difference. When I do it on the pads, I'm not even too sure that there are more as one layer, so I will deselect it. So everything will be sampled at the maximum velocity. And then you can choose the note length. The note length, yeah, let's test it. Let's press the pad again. So yeah, it's a long sound, so I will like do 4.9 seconds, and then when I press the key again and I let it go, there is at least 3 or 4 seconds tail. So let's do 4. And then another important thing is you have to name it. So in this case, you can name it later, but I would advise you to do it here. So I will name this one preset 17, and let's go to the synthesizer. And it was called there it is, Ethereal. So let's give it the same name here. Okay. Then there is the looping. The looping, I can try to explain it. I haven't experienced too much with it, but with the looping, you can shorten the note length. So for example, when I press the pads again, it sounds like the same sound all the time. So if you configure this correctly, you can only loop, for example, half a second, sample half a second and then loop it. So it will sound like it is there for a much longer time, but for now I haven't experienced too much with it, so that's it. And then you can choose to make current track. Then the software will make a track with the instrument on it, but you will see later it will do something like that anyway, even if you don't select it, just not on a track, but the instrument will be there and will be playable. And then very cool thing, we have to wait like 72 seconds and then it will be sampled. When I choose something like 1 here, you see it will take 324 seconds. So let's do this on 5 again, and then let's do it. And so now for every 5th note, the software is sending a MIDI signal, a MIDI note, to the synthesizer. I have only one monitor running right now. And we will be able to play in chords, a polyphony later on. So it's done now. And as you can see, here are the previous ones that I sampled. They are still in there. And then this one, 17, is the one that we sampled. And as you can see, it sampled every 5th note. And the cool thing is, you can play it now on the pads. Now the samples are played. You can here on the controller. It's very cool. You can see it here. Okay. The only thing, the difference that I hear is when I let go the pad, the sound is gone immediately. That was different with the instrument. I'll show you. This is the MIDI track that we had. So when I play it now, it is the synth again. Okay, and now when I select this one again, so that's the only thing we have to fix. And I'm not too sure how we do that. Yeah, I'm really not too sure how we do that. We can try to go to edit. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, I remember something like there's program edit here. Okay, now we are on program edit. And here, so we made something like a program. Now the programs are gone in MPC 3. they went into tracks now, and in MPC 2 there were tracks and programs, so now they fuse them together. And as you can see here, we have some options. We have in fact a lot of options to change. I'm just looking. This is the global. When I go to sample, filters we have there. Oh, I think we have to be here. This is the envelope, the key group pen, the hold button, hold. Yeah, wait a second. Maybe we should save it, and then after we save it, we can try to fix it, and then when we fuck up, at least we saved it correctly. So to save it, I go to the track, the instrument track that was made out of our samples. I right click it and I choose save. And then here is the name that we entered, this one. And then it wants to know where to save it. So in my sample map, I make a new submap with the correct name. There it is. And then I open it and I copy the link like that. And then you can copy the link in MPC. And we can save it. Okay, now it's saved. So again, I will try to show you on this screen. Okay, on this screen, it's a bit different. Whoa, I've never even seen this. Oh, wait a second. Okay. It's crazy how many options there are. Here are the envelopes. There is the amp envelope, the filter envelope, the pitch envelope, and the aux envelope. I only dare to use the amp envelope, and here I want to do the release. Make it longer. Let's hear if it makes a difference. And it does. There is a huge tail, so that was the only thing we had to do. But it's not so important that it is saved without that, because you can do that. You can do that anytime. The condition, of course, is that your sample is long enough. I believe that it's recorded long enough. But in this case, there is even more tail, as I entered in the configuration. Like when I press it and I let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds. Crazy. Okay, I think that's about it. Another cool thing, the last thing maybe, just a funny, nice thing. When you go to the home screen, it's on the MPC and on the also when it is in controller mode or in standalone, it doesn't matter. But if you go to the MIDI channel that we used, so that's like here. Then there are here are program change options. And that's so cool because when you're a soft synthesizer, here it is. When the soft synthesizer has that function, then you can skip through the presets with program change messages. And because the MPC is able to progress them, you see it's on 15 now. Now when I turn this, so now you will see. So I will keep turning this and changing the value and look at the screen. So it is, oh, maybe, wait a second. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, there it's changing. Okay, that was just good to know. Okay, I think that's it. The loop MIDI is for free. The software, maybe it's in Beat, in MPC Beats. I'm not sure if auto-sampling is in there. Check it out, and otherwise I think you can find it online. It's a cool way to sample. There are other programs to do that. One is called Sample Robot. That's another one. But this is for me a very cool way to get those cool sounds out of this synthesizer, and then I can use them standalone on this machine. To get them there, you just have to you just have to copy your presets, and then, for example, you copy them to the USB drive or to the SD card, and then you can load them from the machine without a computer and you can play them. So I hope you learned something. Have fun. Ciao.